Mia and her husband Ryan were thrilled when they found their first home, an old, charming house on Elm Street. The price was right, and though it needed some work, they were excited to make it their own. The first few days were filled with unpacking, setting up furniture, and enjoying the quiet neighborhood. But it didn't take long for things to feel off. By the third night, Mia started hearing strange noises. At first, it was subtle, scratching sounds coming from the walls, like something was scurrying inside. She figured it was just the house settling, the typical creaks and groans of an older structure. Ryan dismissed it as nothing more than the pipes or air vents making noise. But as the nights passed, the sounds grew more persistent and unsettling. One evening, Mia was lying in bed when she heard it again. This time, a soft tapping against the wall, followed by a low, dragging sound, like something heavy was being pulled slowly behind the drywall. She tried to ignore it, but sleep became harder to come by. After a few more nights of hearing the sounds, tapping, scratching, dragging, Mia finally told Ryan. He was initially skeptical, but after hearing the noises himself, he agreed they were strange. Still, he insisted it was just an old house with bad plumbing or maybe a rodent problem. Mia wasn't convinced. Something about the noises felt intentional. One night, when the dragging sound started again, Mia couldn't take it anymore. She crept into the living room, where Ryan was dozing on the couch, and pointed to the wall near the stairs. The wall bulged slightly as if something was pressing against it from the other side. Ryan's face turned pale. "That's not normal," he said, his voice tight with unease. The next day, they called a contractor to inspect the wall. When they opened it up, they found nothing. No pipes, no rodents, no obvious explanation, just empty space. The noises didn't stop. They continued for weeks, relentless in their persistence, but nothing changed when they investigated further. Then, one afternoon, while cleaning out the basement, Mia found an old newspaper clipping tucked behind a stack of boxes. It was about a man who had gone missing years ago, a former resident of the house. His name sent a shiver down her spine. The article mentioned how the case had gone cold, but the strange details about the man's disappearance unnerved her. That night, the noises were louder than ever, tapping, dragging, and now the faintest whispers. Terrified, Mia and Ryan decided to leave. They couldn't stay in a house that felt so haunted. 2 months later, they packed up and moved out, unable to shake the feeling that something was still trapped inside the walls. The house remains empty to this day. No one has stayed for long.